Hello. What is this? Day 68? I think it's day 68. How are you doing? Yeah. Just out walking 10,000 steps. Let's go. Bit frosty this morning. It's a bit frosty this morning. Good morning, S and Z the Great. How are you? Hope you are well. I've been out about 10 minutes. I've just recorded a little video what I'm going to upload when I get back. You're good. Awesome. Awesome. It's a beautiful sunny morning. Norma. Hello Norma, how are you? Good morning. Yeah. S and Z. Whew. Yesterday was day 3 of this dopamine detox thing that I'm doing, and it went a bit wrong. So I've just recorded a video talking about it, which I'll upload when I get back. Yeah, I'm good, thanks Norma. I am good. It's Sunday morning, it is a new day. It's a new day. It's a little bit frosty this morning. Look at the glistening. Birds are singing. S and Z. Oh, excuse me. I've got 2 routes. Gosh, you can hear the pylon buzzing. I don't know if you can hear that. Can you hear that? I've got 2 routes that I have been doing on a daily basis. This is the first one that I've been doing on a regular basis, and then I also did the second one, but I just fancied this one today for some reason. Yeah, it's pretty loud, that. All that electric. Yeah, so yesterday, God, what happened yesterday? So I'm meant to be doing this 7-day dopamine detox, okay? Which means no social media. In essence, if you need to go on for business, whatever, you quickly go on, that's fine. But what you don't want to be doing is just like endlessly scrolling through. They call it doom scrolling. So I didn't want to go on and do that. That's fine. No alcohol, that's fine, no problem. Yeah. What else? Okay, my brain's just gone now. No junk food. making sure you exercise. Good morning, Super Yaya. And obviously right now, things you're grateful for. So this is the 7-day dopamine detox. And yesterday went a bit wrong. And I'd rather be honest about it. So it was a weekend. Hang on, it's a bit noisy here. So with it being a weekend, your routine's a bit different from in the week, isn't it? And I got up later in the morning yesterday. So I came out yesterday and live streamed. There weren't many people on, which is fine. And I'd not managed to get my gratitude list written down. Now, it's normally the first thing I do. And so I've run out of time. So it's all because I got up later. And moving on from there, my daughter woke up, which is fine, obviously. So again, I'm not getting my gratitude list done. So I'd not started the day off as I wanted. Now, I'd also put a lot of pressure on myself yesterday. A massive list of tasks that needed to be done. Just little things what I'd built up over the week. For example, 2 videos I wanted to get edited. They take half a day each. So they never got done. Tax return, that's never got done. Dealing with, we've got new broadband, new mobile phones, and we had to swap the router over and all the Wi-Fi extenders. Did all that. And they got done, but in between, parts of it weren't going right. So I was going up into the kids' bedrooms. You know what it's like when they haven't got internet. Dad, my internet's not working. So that was trying to sort that out. Then our pet rabbit died. We've had her for probably 7, I think she was about 8 or 9, but we've had her for about 6 or 7 years. Now, we knew she was old, and she'd not been eating for last week unless we went up and gave her a bit. And then one day, a couple of days ago, she ate all her food, and we thought, oh, she's picking up, maybe she felt a bit off. But you know, I have heard stories where people, oh, come on then, Reese. So I have heard people that perk up in the last days. So this happened and she passed away. So I had to bury her in the afternoon. Still not got my gratitude list done. But yeah, and then I'd got this weak feeling in my legs which wouldn't go away despite all the healthy foods I were eating. So the diet sort of went off track a little bit later on in the day, but I'll explain more in the video what I've recorded, and I'll upload that later on. But yeah, it just went off track a bit yesterday. Not in a big way, but just a little bit. And it's essentially, a bit of googling round says it's a sugar addiction. Because I've had bread most of my life, almost every day, for like a toast as breakfast. And when you don't have it, you can get weak, tired legs and headaches, and I've been getting a lot of headaches as well. Usually, when the things you plan don't work out, it's a delay was to place you in the right direction or right timing. It all happens for a reason. Give yourself grace. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Well, I'm certainly keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. But yesterday, I'll talk about the food then. So, instead of having breakfast at 11, I had it about 10:30, 10 o'clock. Now, it was a good breakfast. It was like an Alpen no sugar oatmeal with raisins, and I added some nuts in and some grapes. All good. So I ate that. I had another coffee, but I still felt weak in my legs. And the feeling would not go away. So I made 2 hard-boiled eggs, bit of protein, and the feeling still would not go away. So I left it for a while. And then it got to sort of lunchtime around half 12, 1 o'clock. And even though I kind of felt full, I still felt weak in my legs. So I was craving toast. So I made some toast. So I had toast with butter on. And guess what? The feeling went away. So even though I felt good after that, I was a little bit annoyed for eating toast because I've been trying to avoid bread. But, you know, it's a learning curve. Greetings from New Zealand. Hello, Mark. How are you? So yeah, I had the toast, and that's fine. I just felt a bit down all day, obviously, because I'd not got my gratitude list done, and I'd not got onto many of my tasks on my list done. So there's a lot of stress about yesterday. And then in the afternoon, I buried my rabbit in the garden. And then we went shopping, and by this point, I felt quite low because I'd eaten crap. In my mind, I'd eaten crap. So we bought all the normal foods, what we buy for the week, kids' lunches, things like that. And I put some chewy sweets in and some Pringles in. And I was really close to buying some beer. Now, I've not had beer for nearly 39 weeks. And I'm going to swear here, just to let you know. I try not to swear, but I just felt like saying, fuck it. Sod it. It's just been a crap day, a shit day, and sod it. I'm going to drink beer, I'm going to eat some crisps. That was the thought inside the supermarket. Now, I didn't buy any beer, but I bought the Pringles and I brought the chewy sweets. We went home, went to the chippy, because I was still feeling peed off. And what I had from the chippy wasn't actually that bad. It was a chicken kebab, which is just pure chicken meat, with a little bit of mayo, but mostly salad. So actually that was quite healthy, and I had a handful of chips, not many. So didn't have no beer, and it was also very noisy in the front room. We were watching, my wife and daughter were watching Gladiators. Now, I've been trying to avoid TV, but I also need to spend time with them. So I sat watching Gladiators with them while I was eating my tea. Excuse me. And then I went into the other room where it was nice and quiet. And I felt good again because I was away from all the noise. And so I managed to finish off my gratitude list that I should have done in the morning, and my gratitude list for the evening. And then I went to bed. So all in all, it was a stressful day. It was a bit of a sad day with the rabbit passing. I know you might say it's only a rabbit, but I was the one that went in every single day and fed her. Most days, I'd say 95% of the time it was me. I mean, I'm not like emotionally crying or anything like that, but because she was up the garden and nobody really paid her much attention, but she had a really big cage and a really big run, so she was happy enough and she got fed. So yeah, it was a stressful day, and I ended up eating a little bit of wrong food. So I went off track a little bit on the dopamine detox, but at the end of the day, I felt a lot better when I finally sat down in a quiet room, because it's very noisy, isn't it, when you've got kids running around and there's a lot of stress. And there you go, that's what happened to me yesterday. But today I feel highly motivated, so it's all good, and I'm just got to learn from the things that I say as well, that we're not perfect and it's okay to have bad days. You know, in a calendar month, if you have 2 bad days, you've still had 28 good days. And that's the way to look at it. So yeah, that's basically how my day went yesterday. I'd got this massive long list of things I wanted to get done and wasn't able to get them all done. There was a lot of stress along the way, technical issues to try and fix, and weak legs. And that feeling only went away when I ate the food I didn't want to eat. So as I've looked at it, it's a sugar addiction. There's a lot of sugar and salt in bread, and detoxing can be uncomfortable for a few days. So I'm just going to persist and continue to eat good whole foods, lean proteins, and know that the feeling will go eventually. But it's a hard feeling. Okay. Let me cross over. I'm just going to check up on your comments now. Let me get caught up. 74 people on board. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Where are you from? Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, if this is your sort of thing. Right, let me catch up on the comments. Mark, you're still waiting for a light pole to get in my way. It's gonna, I know. It is gonna happen. No, I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen. Hopefully it's not gonna happen. I am generally looking forward most of the time. Oh, isn't it funny how the dark plays tricks on you? There's a bus stop up there, and it always looks like someone's stood in it, but it's not, it's a bin. Anyway, right. Like the life, thank you. You should drink a beer, like 12 beers. I used to drink a lot of beers every single evening, well, most evenings a week, for many years. And Southern Comfort. And I'd also eat a lot of junk. And I put a lot of weight on. I'm not saying I won't ever drink a drink, but right now I'm perfectly happy not having one. For all of our challenges, going you for not drinking. Thank you, Subupiaya. That's not healthy, I know. Alright. You knows. From Wigginshire. How are you? It's hard to read your comment. It's hard to read your usernames. God, that's bright. Guy's got his full beam on. The guy, that's a classic move. It's only a rabbit. It's not a dog or a cat. No, I know, but they were living things, you know. And yeah, you don't feel quite as attached to them. And I'll be honest, I don't. And I'm not like crying at all about the rabbit, but just a little bit of sadness inside. But I just wanted to bring that up, what happened yesterday. Where in the UK am I? I am in Doncaster in South Yorkshire. It's not just a rabbit yet. Focus too much on diet and stuff can make you feel overwhelmed. I know, I do it a lot. I always, when I've got a lot to do that's going around in my head, I write it down in a list, and then it takes it out of your head, and it does make it easier having a big list. And I just tick them off as I get them done, and I managed to get quite a few of them done. But it was just the technical issues, trying to sort out these Wi-Fi extenders. So The Wi-Fi wasn't working properly in my son's bedroom. I mean, he's trying to get on his PC and doing his gaming. That's that lady that normally waves to me. But I haven't seen her for a few weeks because I've been coming out at an earlier time. We usually end up crossing one another a little bit further round. So I'll say morning to her then. Okay. Cheers, the guy. Thanks, Super Yaya. Okay. Benny or Mr. Bean. Right, I'm all caught up on your comments. Thank you. Appreciate you all being here. So yeah, that was my day yesterday. But today's another day. I mean, I have been... so, yeah, I told you I've been doing this dopamine detox. Yesterday was day 3, today is day 4. Now, the first 2 days, I was being really, really good and strict with what I was eating. And it felt amazing. Good, clean, healthy foods. Just nice, good, balanced foods. Nothing super specific. I'm not following any specific diets. I'm just interested in healthier foods right now, because right now that is way better than what I have been doing. I went on the scales yesterday and I'd lost about 4 or 5 pounds, and I was well impressed. So yeah, anyway, there you go. That's the most exciting thing, or series of things that happened to me yesterday. So here we are once again, getting it done. A little bit of frost down this morning. Let's see how many people are up and awake. It's like a new game. There's a light on over there. What time is it? 6:20 in the morning. Alvin, how are you doing? Yes, Benny Hill, Mr. Bean, Monty Python, The Young Ones. All good shows from the 90s and noughties. Yeah, the storm, Barbara, was mainly Friday. Yeah, Friday. Now that light on there in that house is one of my customers' houses. And actually I went there last week and I said to her, I often walk past your house in the morning doing my morning walks. I said, I notice your light's on. She says, yeah, I can't sleep. She gets a pain in her feet. She's got lots of problems with her body at the moment, but I put stuff on the grass to try and make it look nice. So that's one of my customers' lawns. Anyway, yeah, this weather, Storm Eowyn, it hit mainly Ireland and southern Scotland, and they've had it bad with trees down. One guy got killed. For us, it was very, very windy all day until about 3 or 4 p.m. And I was outside working in that, trying to spray people's lawns. But it was very hard to do, as you can imagine. Spraying a mist is very hard to do when it's windy. But I got there, it just takes me longer. I have to hold the spray thing closer down and all that jazz. Such a beautiful country. I'd love to visit one day and get you guys to have, and you guys have so much history too. Yeah, I absolutely promise that as this channel grows, I'm going to go to lots of different places. I promise that. That is my something I want to do anyway, to travel to more places, to visit more places, as many of us do. And I realise there's so many people haven't seen so many things about the UK. So there's definitely places I want to travel to and walk round and film. But at the moment it's not as easy because I run a business and it is 5 days a week, but it often runs to 6. And we're also doing paperwork and things, so it's really busy. But I started this channel partly to try and be less needing of the business, to try and reduce what I do in the business, to do more of this sort of stuff, get away from the chemicals more and more into a healthier lifestyle. This is why I'm doing all of this, for health, to get away from chemicals, to live my life, because you're only here once. My sister died a year ago tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow will be 1 year. So she was 53, cancer. So you have got to live your life. You have. She was full of life. So make sure you don't waste your life away sitting in 4 walls looking at crap on your phone. Put your bloody phone down. Get outside. Please, live it. Thanks, Norma. Chris had enjoyed my MTV cable box, and my cable company put my box on my TV. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of TV. I haven't done for a few years. I just find it all so depressing. A lot of it anyway. And to be fair, most of the time my daughter takes over the TV. She's got YouTube on. And nearly everything is either Roblox or Taylor Swift Eras Tour videos. And then she makes her own videos and does a little dance. Right. Chloe's walks. You're out early. Good morning, Chloe. How are you? How's it going, Chloe? Hope you are well. Barbara, yes, England has a lot of comical history. Ray R from Woodhouse. Ray, how was your shift yesterday at the council down in Leicester? Yes, I'm alright, thanks, Ray. Yesterday went a bit off plan for a number of reasons. A lot of stress yesterday. So I made a few bad choices with food. But they weren't like really bad. But I went off plan a little bit. But Barbara, but then again, it's difficult to travel outside your comfort zone. Yeah, you don't know if you're going to come home safe again. No, I'll be doing more sort of in the daytime. A lot of the people that come on these live streams are not actually from the UK. When I'm out at 5 o'clock in the morning, there's always a few. And you guys are great. But a lot of the people that come on the live stream, because of the time, it's like late evening in the US or New Zealand, Canada, etc. And then we get people from Australia coming in. So I feel that if I live stream in the day, a lot of you guys are not going to see this when I am travelling to other places. But you know, I'll still do these morning walks, and but I am going to be doing more content in time during the daytime when it's safer. And hopefully my wife and dogs will come too. But right now I'm building consistency. Walking and texting, lol. Yes, you are. I've just realised. And I'm talking, so it's hard enough for me, actually, Chloe, so I get it. So we're actually walking together. Do you know, I'm not saying we should, and I'm not asking you to, but you can actually go live with someone else. So if you ever fancy doing that one day, no pressure, but maybe one day if you ever want to go live, we could go live together. Maybe not for the full walk, we'd have to go live for a little while, and then I think I have to figure it out. But either way, you're up and out, which is amazing. Look at the frost. Been mild for the last week. I think everyone had a bad day yesterday, lol. Yeah, I don't feel so bad now. I was putting a lot of pressure on myself to be super strict with everything. And I know, you know when you get up in the morning, you go to work, so you've got a certain routine. You have to be out the door at a certain time, and then you're busy at work. And weekends, you're not as busy. So I had set myself a big list of things to do. But I was getting stressed because I wasn't getting through them. And then obviously my rabbit passed away, and that were adding more stress. And I've got this weak feeling in my legs, which wouldn't go away. So I have talked about that earlier on in today's stream. I've got a video what I've recorded talking about it. I will upload that later. Yeah. I hear you, Barbara. Super Yaya. The architecture is stunning. And the old stones. Yeah, it's just this particular village, really, but it's like this. But it is nice, isn't it? We take it for granted. We really do. We'll cross over. I'll hold the phone at a different angle. But yeah, we take it for granted. I mean, they're not all like this, obviously. It's just mainly this part of where we live. I'm always wary of pointing my phone directly at someone's house in case someone's watching or a neighbour's watching and they think, hey, look, what's he up to? Good morning from the Algarve. DWM. I have to stop and read your username. I definitely got to get my eyes sorted. Although I've heard that certain foods like fish are good for eye health. So before I even think about getting glasses, so I've not got glasses. Nearly everyone in my family's got glasses except me. And I'm holding off as long as possible. So I'm going to try and eat more fish. And I have been eating a bit more fish this week. Anyway, keep going off topic. Chloe. Good morning from the Algarve. DWM, how are you? Thank you for being here. Chloe, I think the first time we've walked together. I think it is. Definitely. Whereabouts are you, Chloe? If you don't mind me asking. You don't feel you have to at all. It's fine. If you don't comment, don't worry. Honestly, don't have to. Super Yaya, I'm not worried about the travel. I just need to save to be able to go. My family's area. Hang on. Don't want to walk into a big tree. My family's area in Italy isn't the safest, but worth the travel. Absolutely. And you never know how long your family's got left, so you have to make the most. Work a few extra shifts somewhere, a bit of extra money, and try and save up a bit faster. Here's me telling you how to do things. I didn't mean that. I'm just saying, yeah, absolutely, yeah, family's important. is what I meant. Chloe, it's freezing here. It's 12 noon. Ian, 12 noon. How are you? Chloe's, I do feel better. It's a lovely village. Oh, good. Yeah. I'll not go down there today, which I do. I'll just carry on. We'll try and we'll usually meet that woman, the woman that I mentioned weeks ago, where we would cross paths and she wouldn't really talk to me, but I always said morning, and then she waved at me one morning, and ever since then we've said good morning. So she walks with a hood up because it's cold, and I can't see her face. That's fine, but I just want to say good morning to her because I haven't seen her for a few weeks. Anyway, bit strange, but there you go. Okay, spring has arrived. Barbara, it's starting to get much lighter around 3 to 4 p.m. It is, isn't it? It is. The days are getting longer, and it's all drawing a bit closer. Marcel, where are you from? Hello. I'm in Doncaster in South Yorkshire. Pleased to meet you. Chloe's Walks. Oh, Barnet, North London. Cool. That's cool. I hope you're enjoying your walks, Chloe. I think I subscribed to your channel. I haven't checked for a week or two, but I know you mentioned you might be filming and editing videos, but either way, best of luck with it all. There's a car coming, hang on. Sounds like a British accent, yes. It is a British accent. I am British. Oh, there's that lady. She'll say morning. Let's try. Let's see. She says morning. Morning. You alright? Yeah, good. Yeah, that felt good. You can't see, but I've got this smile on my face. You can't see, it's too dark. It feels good. Interacting with people. Most people. Some people don't leave you feeling that way, I know. But, yeah. Must be cold. I'm okay, I'm nice and warm now. It was a bit cold when I first came out. No offence taken, great advice. Thank you, Super Yaya. Noon and it's dark. Yeah, it's not noon here. It's about 6:30, is it? 6:36 in the morning. Dished. Hey Sean. Hey Dished. How are you? Thanks for coming on. That's my phone saying 6,000 steps. I'm sure they talk to each other, these birds. This one's whistling, and then one over there did. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Maybe in their own little languages saying, hey, have you got any bread? Or berries. Carl. German douche. I'm afraid I know very little German. Do you mean German or Dutch? My language knowledge is not very good. I know a few German things, but I am not an expert in German. I actually did French at school for a year, but that was 30 odd years ago. 35 years ago. Wow, long time. My best friend, once we left school, who was best friend at school, he went into the army, and I tried to get in the army, but I couldn't get into the army. My hearing was not very good in one side. Little birdie. Hello, birdie. Hello. All right. You okay? I've got no food. As if a bird's going to land on my hand. Hey? No chance. Not scared though, look. Not scared. Anyway, yeah, he married a German girl. And they got married in Germany. And I was at university and I went over to be his best man. And I had to say a speech in German. So I wrote a speech down in English, and some of the friends helped me to learn how to say it in German. And I can remember saying the speech in German, and I got a round of applause. And I had the biggest smile on my face. But he passed away last year, very suddenly. I tell you, you don't never know how much longer you've got left in this life. That's a nice view. You've got to make the most of every single day. My wife's mum passed away young in an accident, so I never got to meet her. She passed away when my wife was, I think, a teenager, and she was in a shop just looking at something, and a car came crashing through the window, and you know, you can imagine what happened, but she never survived that. So I never got to meet her or my wife's dad, which is a shame. But her attitude now, my wife, is live your life, you know, appreciate what you've got, get out there. It's proper frost here. Oh, hi, Lucifer. IDI, I recall you being on once before, maybe once or twice. Good to have you back. Thank you for dropping in. Super Yaya, awesome experience and story. Sorry for the loss of your friend, but what a blessing you shared those moments together. Yeah, your wife is so right. She is. She's always right. And she lets me know she's always right and I'm always wrong. in her head. But yeah, we grew up at school together. Well, the school I went to, he wasn't there from the beginning, but he came in the last couple of years, and we became good friends. Me, him, and a couple of others. So we're all like a little gang, about 4 of us, something like that, and we'd all sort of hang out together after school. And towards the end of the school, we were discussing what we were going to do. And me and my friend both said, oh yeah, let's go in the army. Come on, we're going to go in forces. And so we went down and applied, and he got in and I didn't. And I was quite sad for about 6 months, because I really, really wanted to go in. Now, they have something called the Army Cadets here in England, which is like playing as soldiers for kids. And I'd been doing that for a few years, and I absolutely loved it. I really enjoyed it. Firing guns in firing ranges. We'd do overnight camps in the woods. We'd go on little missions. I remember one night trekking through the woods at 3 a.m. in the middle of the night, and some of the sergeants were like trying to find us, and they were throwing flares up into the sky. It was an amazing experience. And on that camp, I think there were about 200 or 300 people there on that weekend camp, cadets from all different battalions, and I won the best cadet. So I got picked as the best cadet, and that felt amazing. I loved it. I won a Rambo army knife, and it got a little compass in the end of the knife in the handle, and inside there was like a little survival kit. I remember that. And so I really wanted to go in the army, but I couldn't get in. Anyway, that's that. So my life took a different path. I wasn't meant to go in the forces, and maybe if I'd have gone in the forces, I might not have been here to this day. Things happen for a reason, don't they? They do. You know, there's been so many wars, and as you get older you think, you know, it's not good. Wars aren't good, this, that and the other. Look at the sky starting to wake up. We've got a couple of hours before the sun comes up. Okay. You can call Luca. He's a bit of a cool dude, isn't he? I've never actually watched any of his episodes, but he looks like a right cool dude. I can see how he's going to get a lot of female fans, shall we say. Super Yaya. Well, bravo. First cadet. Oh yeah. Honestly, it were amazing. It was amazing. I believe we have them here too in Canada. Everything happens for a reason. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? And often we don't know at the time what that reason is, but we learn it in hindsight. Whether it is distant relatives. Listen to that. So loud. Whether it's distant relatives out to protect you, or whether you call it God, universe, source, whatever, guiding you, we don't know. But the point is that everything does happen for a reason, but at the time you don't think it does, and you don't have to agree with things. You've just got to trust sometimes, and just know inside that things happen for a reason. I'm walking every day. Let me think. No, there's no point in thinking. I'm just walking every day, and it's happening for a reason, of which I will know in the future. So I'm just putting my trust in that. Morning, Sean. Morning, Dan. It is the street with the Ferrari, but I've gone past it, I'm afraid. It's back up there, Dan, sort of 10 minutes ago, and it would have been too dark to see. I will, I'm saying this, and I'll probably forget, but I'm trying to remember one day to go round there when it's daylight. But at the same time, they've got cameras. And if I stop outside the house, and I'm pointing my phone at the cars, it's going to look a bit suspicious. But yeah, it's lovely. We actually drove past it yesterday. I think there's a blue Audi, a black car, and a red Ferrari, and the registration plate is FAST, F-A-S-S-T. And next door there's a Porsche. I believe from what I've heard, because when he hasn't got a Ferrari, he's driving a Lamborghini. I think he leases them. And this is little comments that I've heard in the local Facebook group, because when he was driving the Lamborghini, it was very noisy, and he'd often come racing up and down the street, and people would comment saying, "Oh yeah, it's that guy with the Lambo again." And then somebody mentioned that I think he's in like a business, maybe with like gas or something, utilities. I don't know. I don't know if that's him, but maybe it is. Either way, you know, work hard, you get things if that's your thing, if that's what you want. Bert! Morning, Bert. How are you, my friend? Just pop in to say hello. No worries, Bert, thank you. Have an amazing Sunday. Adam, hello, walking again. Can you say to my friend Logan from Detroit? Whoa, I slipped then. Logan from Detroit. How are you, Logan? From Detroit. It must be quite late. Any life advice? Gosh, what can I say? What is it you want from life? You know, life for living. Don't waste it away. What I will say is, in my case, don't, if you don't enjoy the 9 to 5, work out a way to get out of the rat. Oh my God, this is so slippy. Work out a way to get out of the rat race. Start a business, start a side hustle. Work on you. Morning. It's a guy with a dog. Another guy who we say morning to one another. Yeah. Now, obviously I'm not an expert in many things, but if you can, from Detroit, start saving into a pension. The sooner you start saving into a pension, the better, because you won't have to save as much every month. I believe Tony Robbins said if you can put $300 a month away for 8 years, starting when you're 18, into a pension or into the S&P 500, you can set up pensions through Vanguard, etc., where you can create your own pensions, or you can start with a company. But if you do that for 8 years in the S&P 500, then you wouldn't have to contribute anymore after that. So it's just 8 years of putting some extra money away, and if you then leave that money will compound and grow, and by the time you come to retirement you'll have over $1 million, so you'll be a millionaire. And that's based on past performance, obviously, of the S&P 500. But it's an interesting thought for anyone just of a young age. And I'm trying to tell my kids the same thing. As soon as you get a job, just start putting some away. And if you do it regular, you'll get used to it, and you'll make sure it goes out of your bank before you even touch your money. Automate it. 8 years. Obviously, if you want to keep contributing, do it. But while you can, if you can start a side hustle and you can put it away for 8 years from the age of 18 in the S&P 500, you should have $1 million by the time you are retired. So there you go. I'm 51. Now, I have not done this. I had a pension when I worked at Toyota. So there's a little bit of money coming that will come when I retire, but not enough. So, you know, these last few years, I've started putting more and more into a pension as and when I can. It's almost a monthly thing now, but I can't quite do it every single month, but it's almost a monthly thing, which will improve my pension. But while doing more side hustles like this YouTube channel, I can then increase payments to my pension to get to pensionable age and have an income. But besides all that, it's not the only route to making money in life. You can start a business and you can create a successful business, and then you can let your family run that business when you retire, and you can remain as a director of that business and maybe just go to meetings every now and again in the business, and then you can make sure that you receive a monthly income from that business for the rest of your life. That's just another way. Or you can do side hustles, or you can do YouTube. There are many ways these days to make money. I've gone past thinking, oh, can you make money on the internet? I know you can make money on the internet because I've done many of them. Right, I've been talking for 10 minutes and I haven't looked at your comments. Logan, Rainer, thank you, you've made my day. Logan, no problem. I'm just a normal guy who's pulling my trousers up at the minute because they keep falling down. But I'm just a normal guy. I'm 51, and the older you get, the more things you pick up along the way. So I'm like your second uncle. Anyway, no problem at all. Listen, if you can get a head start while you're young, it is absolutely key. Putting money away for a pension is absolutely a good thing, but it's not the only thing. For me, I want like several streams of income. It depends what you want out of life. Whether you want to work hard, chase, hustle, grind, or whether you're more than happy just to have your bills covered with a job that provides no stress, that you come home to and you don't have to think about once you're home. But then you are free to go and do the things you love, your passions, your hobbies, which is absolutely perfectly fine. You're here to live your life, you're not here to work. We have to work to make money, which is absolutely shit. Excuse my French. But we have to work. So you either work for someone else or you work for yourself. Right. But almost 2 a.m. in Detroit, Logan. Should be sleeping. I appreciate you being here, Logan. I've thought about waking up earlier myself, so more of you guys from the States can see what I'm doing. But yeah, I don't think I fancy being out at 2 o'clock in the morning myself. But 5 a.m. I can do 5 a.m. Okay. Terry, how's the FBI treating you? Oh, come on. Sorry I came on late. Zachney! No problem at all, Zachney. How are you? Thanks for popping in once again. It's better than coming early. Oh dear. Oh dear me. I'm laughing at that, and I'm trying to remain like the good guy here, but yeah, it is better. Anyway, so hey Shaunus, what's up, my dude? Get it on, champ. Raphael, my man. How are you? Is that a bus? Is that a bus on? No. I know what's happening here. These are the guys what have been tarmacking the wrong other side of the road. Yes, and they're going to be tarmacking this side today. Looks like. Setting up. Putting the cones out. Great. Just means the road's going to be really busy. But it is what it is. It gets busy. Out working on a Sunday. Wet tar. Yeah. They haven't done over there, or they have actually, yeah, all the way down. Okay, hey Shaunus, what's up my dude? Terry Hesticles. I'm going to sell fans online. Yeah, OnlyFans. It's crazy, isn't it? People sell pictures of their feet and make money. People sell used underwear. I mean, it's so degrading. You know, and for like literally a quarter of a second, sometimes I think, maybe. But that quarter of a second goes by and then you think, no, it's ridiculous. But yeah, isn't it crazy how people make money? It's nuts. I don't think I would ever do anything like that unless, for example, my daughters were being held hostage and I had to make some big money fast. Maybe I'd do that. I'd do anything, to be fair. Logan, I got a pension through work, 3% per month. Okay. Are you able to up your maximum contributions? It's just worth asking. Do the pension scheme like match whatever you contribute? If they match, then for best effect you could, I'm not telling you what to do by the way, this is just things I have read and learned, you can up your maximum contribution, which also maxes their contribution, so you're actually getting a bigger contribution going into your pension, and makes everything happen and come faster, because the more you get in at a younger age, the more it makes, and the more time it's got to sort of compound and grow and reinvest. The prosthetics lab I work in matches up to 5% to my pension. Cool. It adds up quickly. Yeah, that's great if you can do it, absolutely. Okay. So I need to keep walking for another 20 minutes yet. Zachney, I'm a bit okay. I wanted to talk to you about something that has happened in my life, if it's okay with you. Absolutely, Zachney. Please do. Getting the rest in, boss man. Terry and Adam, appreciate you guys. Dan, I was thinking of starting a business, selling mega things, hats, shirts, etc. Made England. That is an awesome idea. Dan, you need to do it. I know for a fact you'll sell some of them. I know for a fact. No, I don't. What I'm saying is I believe it could be good. And it's good timing as well, Dan. Do it. Get yourself on Canva, get a few designs made, or get someone on Fiverr to do you a couple of designs, but you don't want them to get the idea. I think that's great, Dan, honestly. I like it, mega. And I really do think you would do well. I really like that, Zachney. Is it early in the morning or night time there? It's early in the morning. Getting ready for the week, hitting the gym 2 times a day. Awesome. Terry, you seem like a normal guy. Thank you for subscribing, Terry Hesticles. I'm just a normal guy, works in people's gardens. Wow, the frost here. Check this out, it's slippy. I know you're all waiting for me to sort of slip up and land on my back and go, oof. But I'm trying really hard for that not to happen. Good morning on Sunday. Angelica, back again. Thank you, Angelica. Good morning. Adam. Yeah, Bert. Daphne's early, walks at 5 AM or something. Logan. Just catching up on your comments. Good night from Southern Oregon. Take care. Take it easy, Adam. Michigan State. Why don't we play basketball? There's a few people play basketball. I know in most of the schools there are basketball courts and basketball nets. It is a sport that people like, but I think the strongest sport that people have interest in is football, which obviously is called soccer in America. But yeah, that's football and rugby and cricket. But I would say football is probably has got the biggest number of supporters, interest. Yes, it's Daphne. If you want to talk, feel free. I've got about 20 minutes left. Although, yeah, 20 minutes is fine. I didn't start streaming for the first 10 minutes because I was... Whoa! Jesus! Excuse me. Nearly went. Absolutely nearly went then. That's lovely, that. Little old VW. Got a couple of customers here. New customer there on the corner. He's starting with me in a few months. And straight opposite I have another customer. This one here, I cut a grass as well and trim these bushes. She's not in. Her mum passed away recently. She lives in Scotland. Lived in Scotland. Soccer goes for what, 90 minutes? Yes, then ends 0-0. Cricket can go... I don't know, I say I'm not really big on many sports. I don't know how cricket really works, to be honest. I'm sorry, Bert. Logan, Adam got me hooked on your channel, and I'm glad he did. I'm going to get some shut-eye. Thank you, Logan. Nice to meet you. Thank you very much. Is that me? People in my class, in my college, went on an outing or a picnic and didn't even ask me once if I wanted to come. I've been isolated and they're all banded together now and don't include me at all. Hey Ush, good morning. Okay. It's Daphne. So it could be a number of things, Daphne. And hopefully some of you other guys in the chat have got opinions on this as well. But I know the first thing you're feeling, and I'm not quite sure how old you are, but I'm presuming you're a teenager. But sometimes you feel like that is everybody has banded together against you, when in reality that isn't actually the case. In reality, perhaps they may have invited you, and maybe you're a little bit shy. I'm just exploring ideas here because I don't know. I don't know you or anything. And I don't know your story or your background. But what I will say is that at school, children can be cruel. And obviously all my children have gone through school. One is going through school. And at school, children can be very cruel to other children. But you only realise when you've left school how things are or were at school. You know? It can be a challenging time at school. It shouldn't be. But you literally do grow up once you leave school. I mean everybody. And people who go to when you go to college, for example, after school, it is 1,000 times more different than going to school. School can be cruel. When you go to college, everybody feels a little bit more important. Everybody feels a little more grown up. And you'll find that the conversations in college are a lot more grown up and a lot more mature. At school, it can be bad. But maybe, I don't know, is the honest answer. Why it feels like they've gone out without you. Did they ask you? Super Yaya, you don't want to be part of the flock. You will find your peoples, Daphne. That is true. Thank you, Super Yaya, for your thoughts. I appreciate other people chiming in because I don't have all the answers. Exactly, I'm not bragging, but there was a girl in my class who needed a lot of help with her thesis, and I helped in every way I can, and after she got what she wanted, ditched me. So she was using you. So you're obviously quite intelligent. Yeah. And they just think, oh, look at Zachney. Look at Zachney. A bit of a teacher's pet. You know? That's how children are in school. They're cruel. And it's so wrong. They are. And it's so immature, is what it is. And it's just the age. Kids are immature. Adam, you're off to bed. Thanks, Adam. Cheers, my friend. But I'm going to walk around the block one more time. Daphne, she formed a group with people who she previously was enemies with, and they did nasty things. Yeah. She's trying to be one of the gang. She's trying to be cool with those other people. So I can see exactly what's happening here, Daphne. And listen, don't worry about it. Just keep doing your thing. Keep being you. I promise you. I absolutely promise you. How long before you leave school? Things will be so much different. You'll see. Things will be so much different once you leave school. It's a lot of immature emotions. Kids trying to figure out who they are in this world, who they want to be, what sort of personality they've got, what sort of friends they think they need, what sort of friends they think they've got. And, you know, they're all learning and trying to become people and figuring things out. And if a group of people say, oh, look at him, He's the uncool one. He's a bit of a geek. He's a bit of a nerd. Look at him. He's a teacher's pet. He does all these things for teacher, and he's really clever. So they tend to form together because they're not as clever as you. And that is the only way they can be, to sort of feel good about the fact that they're not as clever as you. And that's what they're doing. That is definitely what they're doing. So they single you out and band together because they're not as good as you. And just know this. You don't have to react. And I know it's a little bit tough. Probably very tough. But life will get better, I promise you, when you leave school. Dan, thanks Sean. A few people said I should go for it. So many people seem to put England down these days. We need a movement like MAGA. Dan, I'm with you. I promise you I am with you. 1,000%. And actually, you've got a great idea. Because there are a lot of people now interested. Honestly. I don't know if you'll get a knock on door from a few men dressed in black. But do you know what? Just go for it. Get some made up and be quick. Because the minute you do it, other people will start doing it and they'll underprice you. So if you can get a bit of a head start with talking to some of these YouTubers, maybe. I don't know who are trustworthy, but you know the people that talk about the government and the politics and what's going off in government and all that sort of stuff. If you can trust any of them, maybe set up a deal with them. But again, the minute you do it, other people are going to be on it and doing it as well. And pretty soon there'll be someone who can buy a load of t-shirts from China for a fraction of what you're paying. And they'll be pricing it cheaper than you. And you just think, well, I can't even buy them that cheap. So you've got to be in and big and fast with it. How many push-ups can you do? At the minute, I'm doing about 10. But last year I was doing at least 20. And a couple of years ago I challenged myself to do 100 push-ups a day for a month. And I did that. Wasn't easy, but I did that. But I haven't been consistent with it, you see. So if you don't use it, you lose it. I can barely do 18. Exactly. I'm in a degree college and that is what is happening, but it's okay. Yeah, you just need a couple of buddies, don't you, really? But all I can do is reassure you from my end that looking from the outside in to your story, it is a whole different world once you leave college, school, whatever. Whole different world. I mean, when, at lunchtime and things, do you sit separate from them, or do you always attempt to sit with them? And do they, move away? Do they talk to you? Have they talked to you in the past? Maybe you're a little bit shy, I don't know. But either way, I promise things will change. It's just people trying to figure out their own life and where they're going. No worries, Zetney. Sean doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the world down. Oh, I love that. I love that, Dave. Push the world down. That's great, actually. Dan, gonna be made in the UK? Yes, completely. Yeah, that's the thought, isn't it? That's exactly it. So, whether you get a printing press, print them yourself, or you just get a company to make them, or you can, like, is it Etsy or something like that? But as soon as you do that, others are going to start doing it. But you need to say, obviously, made in the UK. And there is obviously going to be a price point where it becomes too painful for people to buy. You know, there is a bit of a... People are tight with the money out there. They haven't got much money. You can do 78 squats without any break. Awesome. Please like the stream. Thanks, Dave. Super Yaya, I agree with you and Dan. We need one in Canada. Dan, support British companies if you can. Drop shipping made on demand. Yes, yes, yes. All good. Right. Stackney. Focus on new people, yes. And don't worry about mentally immature people. Focus on you, your studies, and making your money. Yes, and that is true. Super Yaya, thank you. I needed a bit of help on this. I don't know everything. So it's great to have other people's opinions. And yeah, there's been some great ones. Super Yaya, that's great. Like you say, you know, down the line, you will have a new group of friends. You will be more successful. A lot of those people won't be as successful as you. You're obviously very intelligent, and that is a great thing to have. You're destined for great things. You are. Never ever stop believing that, Stackney. Never. Right, folks, I will be ending this live stream in the next few minutes by the time I get to the end of this street. So if you anything else you need to say, that's fine. Just want to say thanks to everyone. Don't forget to like the live, subscribe if it's your sort of thing. You don't have to at all. I love speaking with people that come in. Just trying to grow the channel, that's all. Trying to grow the channel, start to earn ad revenue from it, and the aim is that the ad revenue will then eventually allow me to work a little less in my own business, which is both stressful and working with chemicals, and I'm trying to reduce how much chemicals I am exposed to. So this is why I'm doing this, as well as for health reasons. And that is my thoughts and reasons behind this channel. I never even imagined doing live streams, ever. It was just going to be recording little videos. And then one day I saw someone walking live streaming, and I thought, do you know what, I'll try it. I've done live streams before on my other channel, talking about grass. But on here, and it was a bit nerve-wracking, but I did it, and it has been the best thing I've ever done. I've enjoyed it. It makes the time go by. Have a great day. Norma, thank you. Norma, you're an absolute angel. I really appreciate you, Norma, genuinely. Norma comes here every day and yeah, obviously likes being here, so that makes me smile. That makes me smile. Right, have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. I feel like I could keep walking. What time is it? 7:22. I don't think I've got another hour's worth of walking in me. In fact, I can't. My son is going to cheer on his friends playing football today in an hour or two. So I've got to get him up at 8:30. And then we're driving to Retford, where his team is playing. He's injured his foot, so he's not playing. but he still wants to go and cheer them on. Right guys, see you soon. Have the most amazing day. All be good. Cheers.